Get ready, Chicago. The next Kickin' with KP show starts right now.
Welcome to Sneaking in the Movies. My name is Speed, and this is my homeboy, Tyrone. And we are like movie critics here.
Well, not really. Peep this. Each week, me and my boy, you know, we go to different theaters and stuff and sneak in and check out the movie. Wow, man, they say in showbiz, it only takes one good movie and you could be a star, man.
Dance class.
I didn't steal that TV. It just happened to be under my coat. I don't know nothing, policewoman, Kojak, Ironside. Yeah, I'm a gang leader. I'm in the Warlords, the Vice Lords, the Onion Head. Let's talk to a graduate. This is...
Hey, Chicago. All right, you are in the next Kickin' It with KP show. We're starting right now with my good friend, Mr. Jimmy Woodard.
Hey, man. Good to see you.
You too.
Good to see you. Good to see you.
Now, I haven't seen this guy in 30 years or more,
It's
right?
been a while, yeah.
You still look the same.
Well, you still look the same,
but
without
it doesn't say,
you know.
It doesn't say Woody right here.
Nah.
I don't know him anymore.
You look great, man.
Thank you. This is the star of screen and TV, television,
stand-up, you name it.
Yeah, everything.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Jimmy Woodard, who, well, let's back up. First of all, we go back a long way.
Yeah.
From the same hometown and same schools and everything.
High schools.
Yeah.
Beautiful Maywood, Illinois.
Beautiful Maywood.
You
Hello,
know.
Maywoodians.
Yeah,
Yes.
we're at the old timers picnic as we speak.
Yes, and we are the old timers.
And we are the old timers, so you know we're out having fun. You know.
That's right.
So.
So, I know when you got your start, but why don't you tell our viewing audience, when did you start?
Well, wow, it goes back. I guess how it started initially. After my military years, right after high school, I went to the United States Navy. I was stationed in Japan. I was on aboard the Oklahoma City, which was the flagship of the 7th Fleet at the time. And you know, we went all over the Far East, which I love. You know, it's beautiful over there.
Yeah.
And then I started DJing in Japan.
Wow.
On the side, you know. And then after I got out of the military, I went to radio announcing school here, Omega State Institution for announcing radio production. And I thought I was going to be the DJ. And then my teacher, who was, at the time, his name was Bill Bradley. He was program director for WLAK, if I'm not mistaken. He was teaching on the side. And he kind of pulled me to the side. He says, man, he observed me. He says, throughout the semester, he was like, you're really funny, man. You know, you're very creative. And you ever thought about being an actor or comedian? I'm like, nah, not really. You know, it's just a natural thing. He said, you should really think about it. So then that sidetracked me from being a radio announcer to I moved into the acting arena. I went to the newspaper and looked at some classes, and a girl told me about Second City.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
yes,
and
yes.
I went to Second City for about a year and studied at Josephine Fosberg, who was teaching. And I went down.
That's all that improv stuff.
Yeah, the improv, which I loved. And and I did that for a year. Did a children's play called Riddle, Reasons, and Rhymes. And it was a great experience. And then I studied a little more, another theater company, and then I went out to California. $400 and a one-way bus ticket.
You know, when I went to California, I had $56.
$56, that's wow.
So it was,
Wow.
And, but I had a two-way ticket. I
Yeah,
had a round trip.
I just had a one-way ticket because, you know, knowing me, I said, I'm going to be a movie star.
You know what? Now, I'm going to tell you something. Back in the high school days, you used to keep me on the floor laughing.
Did I? I don't remember.
I thought you knew that you were that funny then.
No, I didn't know it. Everybody
Things were
tells
funny
me.
to you.
Wow.
That's what it was. And then you would just articulate what's happening, and everybody else would just fall out. You know, but if we're watching television, you know, like hanging out there, and you're like, oh man, that guy is so-and-so, and everybody be like, yeah.
That's what everybody tells me, but I don't even remember it. I guess
how
it's
it
just
was.
a natural thing, you know,
was.
and it's always been natural to me. So, and I love comedy. I love the acting portion of it, and and you know, just love it. I'm glad I found that drive to do it.
Well, we are glad. We're so glad that you did, especially here in Maywood. The Maywoodians, everyone's proud of you here, and this whole town loves you.
Yeah.
You know that. And but let's get to the accolades. I mean, listen. You've done the Hollywood Shuffle.
Hollywood Shuffle was my first big thing.
Yes.
How that came about, I was doing stand-up at the Improvisation in Hollywood, and one night, and I was on stage. It was one of those nights where there wasn't a lot of people in the audience.
Right.
And do up the acting, my usual nutty self, talking to empty chairs, and I didn't know it at the time, but Robert Townsend was in the audience. Okay. He was sitting in the back. And I hadn't met Robert yet. I'd heard about him, but I hadn't met him.
Right.
So then after the show, he came up to me. He said, "Hey man, you're very funny." And then he said, "You're from Maywood?" And I said, "Yeah." He said, "I'm from Chicago. I went to Austin High." I said, "Oh yeah, I went to Austin. I went to Provisor." So we clicked.
Yeah.
And Robert's a real nice guy, real just awesome guy. And so he said, "Well, I'm about to do a short film, and a 15-minute short." He was explaining to me that he was doing to direct, to show Richard Pryor that he could direct. If you remember, Richard Pryor had signed that deal for, I think it was a $50 million deal to produce films.
Wow.
And so I guess Robert wanted to show that he could direct, so Pryor could hire him as a director, from my understanding. And so Rob said, "Yeah, I'm gonna be shooting, I'd love you to be a part of it." So I said, "Yeah, man, anything." And I didn't have any film on me or anything at the time. So then he says, "Well, just show up out at the beach." And so I showed up, and then I kept showing up. So he kept shooting, and I kept showing up, and he kept adding me in different parts. So it was a great experience. And then he ended up asking me to do the part sneaking in the movies. Which is ended up being classic scene. So
very classic.
You know, I thank Rob. Rob gave me my break, and he you know, like I said, he's a great guy, and love you, Rob.
Yeah,
you know?
We love you, Rob. All about Chicago, baby.
Yeah. So he, you know, and so then it just parlayed from there, and I ended up getting an agent, and then you know, you go on auditions, and you get more parts, and so on, and then I did a TV show like Seinfeld.
You were part of his like Partners in Crime.
Partners in Crime.
So you did all those specials.
We did Partners in Crime.
I saw you getting up there, man, jamming one time.
Yeah, 5 Heartbeats.
Yeah, 5 Heartbeats.
And then I actually was supposed to be in Meteor Man, but that didn't work out, you know. And
well, they didn't have 2 capes, right?
No, they didn't. Yeah, I didn't get my cape, so you know. So then, just you know, it's just a progression, and you just keep going out on auditions, and you'll get some parts, and you won't. You just keep doing it, and then my stand-up took me all over the country, and
that's kind of like the backbone, or the kind of like the basics of getting you around to these other avenues,
and other people seeing me, and love stand-up, and yeah. So then I kind of like, I'm moving away more from the acting into the producing arena.
Absolutely.
That's where I wrote and directed and produced a little short film of my character, which is called Dirty Dave Bush, Ghetto Detective. And that's what I've been working on. That's my baby.
Yes,
and
looks just like you.
Yeah, so I'm trying to do a comic book, and it is me. You know, so trying to do a comic book, and I want to parlay that into a TV show, and then a series of low-budget movies. So
excellent.
Yeah,
excellent.
And the artist who did it, I got to give him a shout out. His name is Robert Reed. Okay. Robert Reed, ladies and gentlemen, out of Houston, if I'm not mistaken. Great artist. Right. Watch for his name. You know,
we will. Yeah. So, man, it's so good having you on the Kickin'
with KP. Kickin' with KP.
I'm telling you,
I'm
that's
loving
what we're doing
man.
Here.
I'm loving it. Nice sunny day.
Then, just before you go, would you like to give some of the young viewers a little advice, or just anything you think that could help them along the way when things are tough?
I think when it comes to youth, you know, a lot of people mistake what they're doing as bad.
Okay.
And a lot of times you just got to pull them to the side and say, hey, you know, kind of harness that energy, because as you know, I was kind of crazy all over the place, and just kind of put them in that direction, because they don't have the direction. They're looking for direction. That's why they're out there acting crazy.
Right.
So pull them to the side and say, hey, you got a little talent in baseball, you got a little talent in football, you got a little talent in music, and then push them towards that, you know, and not so much look at the negative outside
so
of them.
Sometimes we have to
Yeah.
kind of push ourselves.
Yeah.
If there's no mentors around.
Yeah, when in those mentors, you know,
Yeah,
and
because we've had them everywhere. I mean,
yeah.
when we came up, they were everywhere.
everywhere,
right?
yeah.
And you could do sports or music, anything you wanted to do, in any type of arts or anything expressing yourself or anything with family, and it was always there.
It's always there,
And,
you know.
unfortunately, the children of today don't necessarily have that.
Yeah, they don't have
the way
it,
we
man,
did.
and I don't know why, because there's so much going on right now, man.
Yeah.
And it's, if you don't like your situation, get out of it.
Yeah.
That situation, you know, just
Right.
get out of it. Just like me, you know, hey, I had big dreams. I wanted to do things.
Mm-hmm.
So hey, I got it right after high school, went in the military, and from then it just steamrolled, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So don't always just think you got to be in one place.
Okay.
You know, because you can always come back, you
Yes.
know. But so that, you know, just pursue. That's all I can say to the kids, you know.
Yeah, well, that's
And,
great.
Yeah.
And thanks again, Jimmy. I
Thanks,
love you,
man.
man.
Thank
It's been
you.
over 30 years, so
Yeah, Captain,
don't be a
thank you.
stranger,
No,
okay?
no doubt, man. Anytime,
All right.
like I said, you need me and want me, I'm here.
Okay,
Yeah.
sounds good. You heard
Thank
that
you.
now. I'm going to keep into that.
Yeah.
Okay? That's for sure. All right, so we're going to take a break. This is Kicking It with KP Show with Mr. Jimmy Woodard, my good friend, my childhood friend, and indeed I say the best actor in the world.
In the world.
How about the universe?
I'm going to China.
Me too. Hi, I'm Kevin Peck.
And I'm Lonnie Walker, inviting you to come down to the new Underground Wonder Bar.
Hey, hey, Chicago. All right, we are at the new Underground Wonder Bar, home of the Kicking It with KP Show, and this is Miss Lonnie Walker.
Woohoo! All right, thanks so much. We are here at the new Underground Wonder Bar, 710 North Clark Street. There's a corner of Clark and Huron. We're live 365. We have some of our great heart stuff from before and brand new acts, 4 p.m. to 4 a.m., 5 on Saturdays. Love to see you here. Peace, love, wonder. That feels good.
It does. And I just want people to know that we are back, and Kicking It with KP Show is back. Better than ever. Is that right?
That's good.
Okay.
Very good. Woohoo!
We're going. All right.
Yeah.
Excellent.